Max was an adventurous young boy with a wild imagination, living on a shiny space station orbiting the Earth. His best friend was a clever little robot named Luna, all shiny metal and blinking lights. Together, they loved exploring every nook and cranny of the space station. One day, as they were playing hide and seek, Max stumbled upon something extraordinary inside a dimly lit storage room. Hidden beneath a dusty tarp was an old rocket ship, its surface etched with stories of past space ventures. Max's eyes widened with excitement, and he quickly called Luna over. "Look, Luna!" Max exclaimed, pointing to the sleek, albeit slightly rusty, spaceship. "I can't believe there's a rocket just sitting here." Luna's lights blinked with excitement as she scanned the antique vessel. "It appears operational, Max. We should definitely take it for a spin," chirped Luna. The pair clambered into the cockpit, Max's heart thumping in rhythm with the engines whirring to life. Together, they navigated the rocket's controls, buttons, levers, and switches galore. Max flipped the ignition switch, and the ship buzzed to life, lights flickering around them. "Countdown, Luna," Max declared. 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Luna announced, and with a roar, the old rocket sprang up, soaring smoothly into space, leaving a trail of silver stardust. The station grew smaller below them as they drifted into the vast expanse. Luna displayed the roadmap to the moon on her digital screen, and Max steered the ship through twinkling stars and cosmic dust clouds. As they zoomed around the moon's cratered surface, Max and Luna laughed with glee, enjoying their unexpected adventure. They waved to imaginary aliens and danced among the stars in zero gravity. After a joyous orbit around the moon, they steered the ship back towards their space station, the home that awaited their exciting stories. "That was amazing! Who knew an old rocket could still fly so well?" said Max, as they finally landed back on the station, greeted by the familiar hum of the place. Luna giggled softly. "Well, Max, I think we just proved that adventures are in every old corner waiting to be discovered." And with that, Max and Luna knew there would be many more explorations ahead, with endless possibilities among the stars. Once upon a time, in the vast spans of space, there was a small spaceship named Star Glider. Its crew consisted of 3 brave young astronauts, Lucy, Max, and Ben. They were on their journey to explore the red planet, Mars, as part of an exciting space mission. The journey was filled with spectacular views of stars and planets, but the true adventure awaited them near Mars. As Star Glider approached the planet, their radar detected something unusual, a mysterious object moving faster than any space debris. "Look, it's not a rock or a comet. It's something alive," exclaimed Lucy, her eyes wide with wonder. As they got closer, they realized it was an alien spaceship, glimmering with green lights. From it emerged Zog, a small, charming alien. Zog waved tentatively, floating towards their ship. "Hello, Earthlings," said Zog, speaking directly into their minds. "I am Zog from the planet Aquara. We need your help. Our planet is running out of water, and without it, we cannot survive." Max, always eager for new challenges, responded, "How can we help, Zog? We might have some solutions." Zog explained that their planet's core was drying and they needed a special mineral that could restore it. Fortunately, this mineral existed abundantly on Mars, and Zog could sense it nearby. Ben, the tech wizard among them, quickly checked their equipment and exclaimed, "Lucky for us, this mineral is what we came to study. We can help you gather it." So, Star Glider and Zog's ship teamed up. Lucy, Max, and Ben ventured to the surface of Mars, where they dug and collected as much of the precious mineral as they could. Zog assisted them, using his telekinetic powers to move the heavy loads with ease. Through teamwork and friendship, they filled Zog's spaceship with the mineral. Zog was overjoyed and thanked them deeply. You have saved my planet, said Zog, his eyes glistening with gratitude. Now, we can purify our water and save our people. Earthlings, you are forever friends of Aquara. With fond farewells, Zog headed back to Aquara. The astronauts watched their new friend vanish into the stars, feeling proud and happy. As they continued on their mission, they knew this was not just an exploration of space, but a lesson in kindness and mutual help. And so, the star glider soared on, ready for more adventures among the wonders of the universe. Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away, there were two curious young space explorers named Max and Luna. They lived on a bright, little blue planet named Xian, and they were always on the lookout for new adventures. They had a trusty robot friend named Zog who was brilliant at finding fascinating things in the vast universe. One shiny morning, Zog scanned the skies and found something extraordinary.
Max,
Luna, come quickly, he beeped excitedly. I've discovered a comet zooming through space, and it's made of frozen water. Max, with his rocket backpack, and Luna, with her starry helmet, were thrilled. A comet full of frozen water? Imagine bringing some of it back to Xian. Imagine Max already dreaming about the possibilities. Let's chase it, Luna exclaimed, already at the control panel of their star glider. The Starlighter was their trusty spaceship, always ready for an adventure. The three friends soared into the endless black sky, stars twinkling around them. They zipped through nebulae peppered with glittering stars. They sang with a chorus of playful asteroids. As they neared the comet, they entered an asteroid field. Hold on tight, Luna yelled as the ship zigged and zagged through a rocky maze. Max gripped the controls tightly, his heart racing. Just as they thought they'd made it, a cosmic storm brewed ahead. Lightning swirled with colorful space dust, creating a dazzling yet terrifying dance. We can't let that comet slip away, shouted Max over the noise of the storm. Zog calculated their path, his sensors glowing a brilliant blue. Push forward. The comet's just beyond the storm. With steely determination, they plunged into the swirling galaxy storm. Electric sparks flickered around their ship, and stardust brushed their windows. Luna kept an eye on the comet, its icy tail shimmering. Finally, they burst through the storm, and there it was, a majestic, shimmering comet with icy crystals glistening in the darkness. We've caught up to it, Luna cheered, as Max set the ship's coordinates. They matched the comet's path and gathered samples of the frozen water, marveling at its beauty. Triumphant, the adventurers returned to Xian with their icy treasure, dreaming of the wonders they could create. As the sun set over their little blue planet, Max, Luna, and Zog promised each other that this was just one of many adventures to come. Once upon a distant galaxy, there was an unusual blue planet called Zog. This planet was once a beautiful realm filled with crystal-clear rivers and lush green valleys, but over time, its water started to disappear. The rivers dried up, and all that remained were dusty memories of what once was. On this planet lived Zygonians, small creatures with big curious eyes and long fluffy tails. Amongst them was a little Zogon named Zib. Zib had a heart full of hope and an adventurous spirit that was as bright as the Zogon sun. One day, the Zygonian Council gathered to figure out a way to save their planet. They dreamed of reaching the faraway comets, where frozen water glimmered and promised salvation. Only the bravest would embark on such a treacherous journey, and brave Zib was the first to volunteer. In a shiny ship crafted from stardust and dreams, Zib and a crew of fellow adventurous Zygonians prepared for their voyage. They named their ship the Starseeker, and what a fitting name it was. Together they soared across the cosmos, following the glowing tail of a comet streaking through the infinite night. The journey was not easy. They faced asteroids that whizzed past them like angry bees and dodged cosmic currents that threatened to throw them off course. Each obstacle was a chance for Zib to show courage and quick thinking, for failure was not an option. Finally, after weeks of starry travel, they reached the glittering comet. The crew was astounded by its shimmering icy peaks and valleys. With care and precision, the Zigonians carved massive chunks of ice, stacking them in the cargo hold of the Star Seeker. Just as they were about to leave, a comet storm brewed. But thanks to Zib's skills and determination, they navigated through the blustery skies and safely made their way back to Zog. As the Star Seeker descended from the heavens, the people of Zog gazed upward with hope. The ice was carefully melted and flowed over the once dry plains, bringing life back to the parched land. Rivers danced joyfully across the valleys once more, and the Zigonian cheers rang out in jubilation. Zib was hailed as a hero, but he knew it was a team effort, draped in courage and friendship. From then on, the Zigonians remembered the rescue mission as a tale of bravery that saved their world, ensuring generations would flourish on their sparkling blue planet. Once upon a time, in a far-off galaxy, there was a tiny planet called Glimmer. Glimmer was known for its rare and beautiful glowing crystals, which had the power to fuel entire spacecrafts. On Glimmer lived a gentle alien named Zog, who was friends with two adventurous Earthlings, Max and Luna. Max and Luna had traveled across the stars on many adventures and had become famous for their courage and friendship with beings from different worlds. They met Zog during a meteor shower on Glimmer and became fast friends, bonding over tales of their adventures and dreams of exploring farther into the universe. One crisp, colorful evening, as the twin moons of Glimmer cast their glow across the surface, it was time for Max and Luna to bid farewell to their beloved friend Zog. Their rocket, Stargazer, needed a special energy boost to reach their next destination, the undiscovered planet of Harmonia. Zog, with a heart full of warmth and generosity, presented Max and Luna with a precious gift. "This is a magic crystal," Zog explained, its radiant glow illuminating their faces. "Use it to power your rocket, and it will take you wherever your heart's desire." Max held the crystal under the twinkling sky, watching it shimmer like a miniature sun. "Thank you, Zog," he exclaimed, feeling the weight of the gift. "We promise to stay in touch," Luna chimed, giving Zog a hug, "and maybe one day, when we've mapped more of the universe, you can join us." Tearful goodbyes followed, for saying farewell to a friend was never easy. Zog waved its long fingers as Max and Luna boarded their rocket, ready for another chapter in their intergalactic voyage. As Stargazer soared into the depths of the star-spangled sky, Max and Luna looked back to see Glimmer becoming a tiny twinkle in the distance, and Zog, a little speck with a big heart. With the glowing crystal guiding their path, Max and Luna knew that their friendship with Zog would light their way, just as surely as the stars above. And though they were leaving, they were certain that new adventures awaited them and new stories to tell both old friends and new.